Hi, my name is Miiko. I live in Beersheba, Israel, and today we're going to read a story from my Easy Eevreet storybook series. Eevreet means Hebrew. We're going to read from A Voice in the Night. A Voice in the Night and the rest of the Easy Eevreet storybook series is available on Amazon.com. Let's get started. This story is based on the book of Samuel. You can read it like any English storybook. When we get to a Hebrew word, we'll sound it out and guess its meaning. In the hills of Ephraim lived a man named Elkanah. A wonderful woman, Hannah, was his Isha, and he loved her very much. Isha means woman, and it also means wife. To show Hannah how much he loved her, Elkanah would bring Hannah lots of tasty food. But Hannah was sad, too sad to eat the delicious food her husband brought her. "Why do you cry?" Elkanah asked Ishto. Ishto means his wife. "Why don't you eat? Why is your lev so broken?" Lev means heart. Hannah was sad because she didn't have any yeladim. Yeladim means children. No yeladim to hold, no yeladim to sing to, no yeladim to make her live happy. She decided to ask God for a ben. Ben means a son. In her prayers, she promised that this ben would be a holy child, serving in the house of God. God listened to her prayer, and a beautiful ben was born. His name was Shmuel. Shmuel is the Hebrew name for Samuel, and he would be a holy boy. Shmuel grew and grew, and soon he wasn't a baby anymore. It was time for Shmuel and his Ima means mother, to go on a special journey. They packed kemach, flour, and yain, wine, and took 3 bulls with them on their journey. They traveled to Shiloh, to the house of God. Shiloh is a city in Israel. Shmuel would stay in Shiloh. He would grow up with Eli, the great Cohen, taking care of him in the house of God. One day, Shmuel would even hear the voice of God himself. Hannah would visit her son from time to time and bring him a perfect me'il that she had made just for him. A me'il is a coat. Some visits brought a special surprise. On those visits, a new baby brother or sister came to meet Shmuel. Soon, Shmuel was blessed with 3 brothers and 2 sisters. God heard all of Hannah's prayers. God saw all Hannah had done. He rewarded her with banim, sons, and banot, daughters. The ner in the house of God had not yet gone out. A ner is a light or a candle. Shmuel, the young boy, lay down to sleep near the Ark of the Covenant. Suddenly, Shmuel heard a voice calling, "Shmuel, Shmuel, Shmuel." Shmuel opened his eyes and said to himself, "This is surely Eli the great Cohen calling me. I will go to him." Shmuel put on his me'il, and ran to Eli. "Hineni, here I am. Did you call me?" Eli answered Shmuel, "No, bni. No, my son, I did not call you. You can go back to sleep." Shmuel went back, took off his me'il, and lay down to sleep. The ner in the house of God had still not gone out. Suddenly, Shmuel heard a voice calling, "Shmuel, Shmuel, Shmuel." Shmuel opened his eyes again and said to himself, "This time I'm sure it's Eli calling me. I will hurry to him." Shmuel put on his me'il and rushed off to help Eli. Hineni, I'm here. Did you call me? Eli answered Shmuel, No, Bni, I did not call you. Go lay down. So Shmuel went back and took off his me'il again. He lay down to sleep again. The same thing happened a third time. Shmuel, Shmuel, Shmuel. Shmuel snapped open his eyes and sat straight up. He put on his me'il and went to Eli the great Cohen. Eli, Hineni, I'm here. I heard someone calling my name. Was that you? This time Eli understood. It was God calling to Shmuel. Eli said to Shmuel, Go lay down. Shmuel, if you hear the calls again, do not come to me. Instead, answer God. Shmuel did just what Eli had told him to do. He went back to his place and lay down. Soon he heard the calls again. Shmuel, Shmuel, just like the times before. This time Shmuel answered, Hineni, I am your servant. I hear you. Please speak to me. And God did speak to him, and that was how Shmuel became Shmuel the prophet. Shmuel grew and grew, and soon he wasn't a little boy anymore. Everyone in all of Israel, from Dan to Beersheba, knew about Shmuel. They knew that Shmuel was a special and truthful prophet. God would tell Shmuel very important things. Then Shmuel would tell the people in Israel all the important things God had told him. One time, God even told Shmuel who to crown as king of Israel. Do you know who that king was? I'll give you a hint. He was very tall and handsome, had red hair, and fought a giant gladiator named Goliath. That's right. It was King David. King David and Shmuel, the prophet, went on many incredible adventures together. And that's the end of the story called A Voice in the Night. Here are the Hebrew words that we learned in this easy Eevreet story. Isha means woman and also wife. Ishto means his wife. Lev means heart. Yeladim means children. If it's only one child, you use the word yeled for a boy and yalda for a girl. Ben means son. Shmuel is the Hebrew name Samuel. Ima means mother. Kemach, flour. Yain, wine. Me'il means coat. Banim means sons. And banot, daughters. Ner means a lamp or a candle. Hineni, here I am. Bni, my son. That was great reading. Let's take a closer look at some of the words we read. You can see how words change but mean almost the same thing. Ben means son. Bni means my son. Banim means sons. In Israel today, teachers will call a group of boy students banim as well. Bat means daughter. Biti means my daughter. And banot means daughters. And a group of teachers today will call a group of girl students banot as well. That's the end of this Easy Eevreet story. I'm glad you joined me today. If you want to get this book or any other books from the Easy Eevreet storybook series, they're all available on Amazon.com. If you don't yet know how to read Hebrew, you can get my book, Learn to Read Hebrew in 6 Weeks. It's a really easy way to learn how to read Hebrew. It's also available on Amazon, and you can learn to write in Hebrew with the Hebrew workbook.